If you've traded in your truck for a newer model in the last 5 years, you may have made a costly mistake, and you're not alone. While dealerships push complex turbo engines and high-tech features that often fail, Consumer Reports recently revealed 6 pickup trucks that are exceptionally durable, leaving the industry concerned. These are trucks that easily reach 300,000 miles, while brand new $80,000 models sometimes need towing before 50,000 miles. Experienced mechanics call these the last real workhorses, built before trucks became rolling computers. The reliability gap is so large it embarrasses the competition. If you're chasing the newest models with all the bells and whistles, take note, here are 6 trucks that show they really don't make them like they used to. There was a time when pickups were designed to last decades. Components were built to withstand constant abuse, not just survive the warranty period. This approach fostered legendary brand loyalty across generations. My grandfather's truck still runs today. Modern trucks, however, follow what industry insiders call the 60,000-mile design target, engineered to survive the warranty, then leave repairs to the service department. So, here's the thing. Some automakers actually design their vehicles just to last about 60,000 miles. That's their target. After that, well, it's kind of expected that major repairs or even replacements might be needed. For folks spending tens of thousands on a new vehicle, that's a pretty tough pill to swallow. While this model is definitely profitable for manufacturers, it's pretty costly for consumers who expect long-term durability from a $70,000 vehicle. Toyota, is one of the few companies that still designs with longevity in mind. While competitors are out there reducing material thickness just to cut costs, Toyota actually over-engineers key components, spending a little bit more upfront to save customers thousands in future repairs. Sure, this might reduce short-term profits, but it really builds lasting brand loyalty. Consider engine blocks for a second. Many manufacturers have switched from cast iron to aluminum to save weight and improve fuel economy, and while lighter engines are more efficient on paper, aluminum blocks are definitely more prone to warping, cracking, and failing under heat and pressure. Open-deck engine designs, which are pretty common in modern trucks, are cheaper, but they just don't hold up as well under stress compared to those older closed-deck designs. Alright, so let's talk about engine block materials for a minute. The kind of metal used in an engine block can make a huge difference in how long that engine lasts and how much abuse it can handle over the years. Toyota's 5.7-liter V8 and Ford's older 5.8-liter engines use closed-deck blocks that can handle far more abuse, and honestly, that explains why some older trucks last so long. Here's a secret dealerships don't advertise. They make most of their profit from repairs, not vehicle sales. A truck that rarely needs repairs hurts their bottom line, creating an incentive to design vehicles that, well, fail shortly after the warranty expires. When you look at how dealerships make money these days, it's not just about selling vehicles. In fact, a big chunk of their profits comes from repairs, maintenance, and replacement parts. So, yeah, the way vehicles are designed and built can really benefit the service department in the long run. For example, cooling systems could be built to last 300,000 miles, but most modern trucks use plastic parts and small radiators that start failing around 80,000 miles. That $900 repair is pure profit. Meanwhile, older Toyota Tundras, with all-metal cooling systems, run reliably year after year. Naturally aspirated V8 engines were once the benchmark for trucks, simple, reliable, and long-lasting. Today, most trucks use turbocharged engines, promising better fuel economy, but at a cost. Turbochargers often fail between 100,000 and 150,000 miles, with repairs ranging from $2,000 to over $4,000. Including labor and related parts, repairs can exceed the value of many older vehicles. So, as automakers pushed for more power and better fuel efficiency, turbocharged engines became more and more popular. These engines, really changed the game, offering smaller displacements with big performance boosts. Toyota's 5.7-liter V8, which folks like to call the dinosaur, is pretty legendary. It routinely goes well over 300,000 miles without any major repairs, and honestly, some of these engines even reach 500,000 miles with just basic maintenance. It's kind of wild, but this engine wasn't retired because it couldn't keep up. In 2022, it was phased out due to stricter emissions regulations, not because it failed. Naturally aspirated engines, well, they just tend to last longer. That's because turbochargers run under some seriously extreme conditions. Think over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit and more than 150,000 RPM. Every start and stop puts extra stress on these engines, way more than you'd see in a non-turbo model. Now, when you think about turbocharged engines, you gotta remember, they deal with a whole lot more heat and pressure than their naturally aspirated counterparts. That means more stress on the engine's components, which, honestly, can lead to more wear and tear over time. Turbo engines also require complex intercoolers, high-pressure fuel injection and sensitive sensors, all potential points of failure. While a naturally aspirated engine has, about 15 to 20 critical components, modern turbo engines can have 40 to 50. Intercoolers on Ford EcoBoost engines, for example, often fail around 60,000 miles, costing about $1,200 to fix, and high-pressure fuel pumps on GM turbo engines can fail at similar intervals. Meanwhile, the old Tundra's V8 just needs oil changes and the occasional spark plugs. The second-generation Toyota Tacoma defies typical depreciation. Most trucks lose 50 to 60% of their value in 5 years, but Tacomas often retain 70 to 80%, even after a decade. This isn't just anecdotal, it's reflected in Kelley Blue Book values, auctions, and classified listings. When it comes to resale value, the numbers really speak for themselves. Trucks like the Tacoma consistently hold their value much better than most competitors, and that's something that matters a lot to owners when it's finally time to sell or trade in. A 2012 Tacoma TRD with 100,000 miles still sells for between $20,000 and $25,000, whereas an F-150 from the same year with similar mileage fetches only $12,000 to $15,000. This isn't about brand bias. It's market recognition of reliability, which, directly translates into financial value. Lease companies. Well, they actually dislike vehicles like the Tacoma because their strong resale value disrupts residual value predictions, sometimes leading to higher monthly payments. This has given rise to what folks call the drive-for-free phenomenon. Owning a reliable truck can actually cost less than leasing because you retain value when selling. Auction data shows used Tacomas often sell within minutes, frequently above expected prices, while less reliable brands really struggle to sell used trucks. So, in this section, let's talk a bit about leasing and auctions. Leasing, well, it's a way for folks to drive a vehicle for a set period without actually owning it. And, auctions. They're where vehicles are bought and sold, often to the highest bidder. Both options can offer some unique benefits, depending on what you're looking for, and honestly, it's worth considering them when making your next automotive decision. Even insurers favor reliable trucks, often offering lower rates because these vehicles are less likely to break down or require towing, reducing total ownership costs for savvy buyers. At the 10-year mark, most trucks are near salvage value, but, a 10-year-old Tacoma with 150,000 miles may still retain 40% of its original MSRP, outperforming many traditional investments. Nissan's Frontier is another example. It remained largely unchanged from 2005 to 2021, earning criticism for outdated design and technology. Yet, this consistency made it one of the most reliable mid-size trucks ever. This illustrates the so-called bathtub curve of reliability. Early production years reveal flaws, but after 3 to 4 years, fixes and improvements lead to peak reliability. First-year models of new trucks are essentially paid beta tests. For instance, the 2019 Silverado and Sierra redesigns suffered transmission, electrical, and infotainment issues, while the 2019 Frontier's long production run had all